we have, I think, Maya Sharma joining us right now. Good morning, Maya ma'am. I know you have a
Good
busy
morning to
schedule.
you.
How are the
Yes,
Karnataka
an
numbers?
exciting day for India.
Absolutely exciting day for everybody, regardless of who one supports. Karnataka numbers, we'll have them play as we speak. But your initial thoughts on how this state is playing out?
Well, of course, the Congress has been asserting that it'll get at least double figures, that is, at least 10 out of the 28 seats. This was said by Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar even after the exit polls. The exit polls were giving the BJP initially the same number as they had in the state, 25 or so, and the Congress was being limited to about two or three. But the initial stages, we're looking at, I think that when I last saw it, we're looking at 17 for the BJP, which is down 9, and 11 for the Congress, which is +9. So that is very interesting at this stage. Of course, very, very early. The counting is going quite slowly. But at this stage, it's looking as if the Congress did have a little bit of cause for that very clearly expressed confidence. They, of course, would be hoping that having won that assembly election so convincingly last year, that some of that pro-Congress mindset would carry over to the Lok Sabha. So that would be very interesting to see if it does, whether the impact of the 5 guarantees given by the Congress really worked with the voters, even though they were voting for the Lok Sabha this time round. And of course, as we've discussed, the Congress is a state that often votes differently at the state level and at the Lok Sabha level. So it'd be very interesting to see if, in fact, that definitely pro-Congress feeling that was there in 2023, last year during the assembly election, does continue in the voters' minds when they're pressing that button for the Lok Sabha election. So early time yet, of course, still very early in the day, but it's looking as if the BJP is losing a little bit of what it had last time round.
Right. So the overarching rider is that what we have right now are just the leads that are coming in. Results will take a couple of hours to sort of solidify, and before we get to know who exactly is winning. But based on what we picked up in Karnataka, Central PC Mohan is leading at the moment. CN Manjunath of the Bharatiya Janata Party is trailing in Bengaluru rural. DK Suresh of the Congress, he's the brother of Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivkumar. He is leading at the moment in Bengaluru rural. In Bengaluru South, Soumya Reddy of the Congress is trailing at the moment. And Tejasvi Surya, the firebrand young MP of the BJP, is leading. If we go further in the state of Karnataka, Kolar Malesh Babu of the JDS is leading at the moment. And the Congress candidate, which is KV Gautam, he is trailing. In Tumkur, SP Mudana Hanume Gowda, I beg your pardon for the pronunciation, Congress, he is trailing at the moment. And V. Somanna of the BJP is leading in the state or in the constituency of Tumkur. Now, what I want to know quickly, I know you have limited time, how much is the Modi factor really at play when it comes to Karnataka? Because I traveled in Maharashtra, neighboring state of Maharashtra, to sort of get a sense of how things are working. And one thing that I observed was that the Modi factor is not as emphatic as some of the other states are seeing. It's more of a constituency by constituency battle. In Maharashtra's case, 2 splits happened. So that factor also came in. Is the Modi factor still as dominant as in Karnataka as if you compare it to some of the other states, in your opinion?
Well, of course, the campaigners, the top BJP campaigners who did campaign here in Karnataka, and the 25 sitting MPs of the BJP, they, of course, chanted Modi's name many, many times. They looked at the Modi fact and they said that's how they really sold him, even during the campaign. They spoke about Prime Minister Modi and how important it was that he continue for a 3rd term. But even looking at the leads that are coming in, the Modi factor is also very strong in the urban areas. Bengaluru has been for some years now very pro-BJP, and the leads so far that you were talking about in Bengaluru South and Bengaluru Central are for the BJP. And the BJP is really expected to win all of the 3 urban seats of Bengaluru. Bengaluru rural, of course, with DK Suresh leading right now with his strongman brother, DK Shivkumar. And trailing, of course, Dr. Manjunath. Now, Dr. Manjunath is also the son-in-law of H.D. Deve Gowda. So he was given the ticket by the BJP, as the JDS is an ally, of course, of the BJP. So that will be an interesting contest to watch as it goes ahead, whether DK Shivkumar will be able to hold out for his brother, or whether the BJP JDS combined will be able to take Bengaluru rural away. So the Modi factor probably in the urban areas still working, at least in Bengaluru South and Central. Bengaluru North also was held by the BJP last time round, but this time we've got Shobha Karandlaje, the firebrand BJP leader, against Professor Rajiv Gowda. That's also a very interesting contrast to look at. So yes, you were right. I think in the rural areas, the Modi factor may not have played out so much as it did in the urban areas of Karnataka.
We'll try and get the Hassan numbers in the morning when the initial leads came in. It was Prajwal Revanna was leading. I know we spoke at length about the entire saga as to how that played out, but I want to now sort of shift away from it and talk about Janata Dal Secular at large. One trend that sort of I picked up in my little bit of analysis when you looked at the overall map of India is when it comes to BJP and the allies are really a fraction of what the BJP is. It's the BJP factor that pulls together these regional parties compared to the India alliance, where each regional satrap is having a battle of its own. So Shiv Sena in Maharashtra, Trinamool Congress in West Bengal. What does this Lok Sabha election, regardless of what the results, mean for the JDS? Are they staring at an existential crisis, especially following their drubbing in the assembly elections? How do you see the role of the JDS going forward, and that too now that they've decided to align with the BJP?
The BJP is really, the JDS is really looking for its own survival in the state assembly elections as well. I mean, it's really a very much a regional party, and that too a regional party in the sense that its impact is really restricted to the southern part of Karnataka, the old Mysuru region, and it didn't do so great in the assembly elections either, winning only about 10% of the votes. At the national level, where they had just one Lok Sabha MP, Prajwal Revanna, indeed, he was the only MP for the Janata Dal Secular in the parliament. So this really is a matter of survival for the JDS. They want to try and stay relevant, which is why they've hitched their wagon to the BJP. There was a little bit of a tussle initially as well between the BJP and the JDS as to how many seats the JDS would be given. Finally, they settled on 3. They wanted 4, but they settled on 3. Hassan and Mandya, of course, in Old Mysore region, and Kolar, where the candidate does seem to be leading. But the JDS knows this is really a make or break, because in addition to the electoral fortunes, the party has taken a huge blow with those terrible allegations against Prajwal Revanna of sexual abuse, of the assault of women. That will also be something that the party will have to deal with at a political level. Of course, the main focus should be on the women and what they have gone through and how they can be helped, but politically as well, it will definitely have an impact on the image of the Janata Dal Secular. So they are really fighting for survival and hoping to get some kind of foothold in these elections to stay relevant.
So you're essentially saying that this is almost a do or die battle for the Janata Dal Secular as far as their electoral prospects are concerned. Have I understood it correctly?
That is correct, yes. They're really at a low now. Things do go in cycles, whether they will in fact come back. I mean, they were a party that once ruled the state of Karnataka. Whether the cycle will be able to increase, it's not really very guaranteed. It's being seen more and more as a family-run party, and with one branch of that family involved in the sordid allegations against Prajwal Revanna, it does look really on the back foot now. Former Prime Minister Deve Gowda is still a respected figure, but he's not been really able to campaign physically much across the state. H.D. Kumaraswamy, former chief minister, being the active person in the party, but it is not looking great right now for the JDS, and they are hoping that at least with a couple of Lok Sabha seats, they'll be able to have some say in what goes on ahead.
My final question to you, I want to focus on the women voters, because that's emerged as one of the big talking points, not just in Karnataka, but if you look at India at large, the women voters, the Labhartis, as they call it in the Hindi heartland, has emerged as the factor. On one hand, the center, many analysts say that the BJP is benefiting politically as far as women voters are concerned because of the schemes that they are rolling out. And if you look at Karnataka, women voters are also getting are also the beneficiaries of the central schemes, and in the state government too, you have the Congress free bus travel, and all of these schemes are also being rolled out parallelly. So how do you see the battle for the women voters playing out, given that this is a Lok Sabha election and Karnataka in the past has shown different direction when it comes to both state and Lok Sabha elections?
Well, certainly the woman voter has been the target of all political parties in this election when it comes to the attention being paid to them in terms of, as you mentioned, the free bus travel in Karnataka last year, and also a certain amount being transferred to the woman head of the family in Karnataka. The BJP as well at the national level has also made certain promises in order to lure the woman voter as well. One would only wish that this had been reflected when it came to giving seats to women candidates. That is not being seen. The woman is being seen, the woman voter is being valued and maybe sought after, but it's not being seen when it comes to giving women seats, giving women tickets, and that's standard across all political parties. The percentage of women candidates is quite pathetic. But the number of women voters has been increasing year after year. This time it's only a little bit less than male voters. Last elections, it was a little bit more. So the woman voter is hugely important, something that the political parties have finally realized, and we hope that they catch up when it comes to giving tickets to women as well.
One final question. It's 10:10 a.m. I would really want to know which way you see Karnataka going. I know it's very early to predict, but given your experience, given your travels, which way you think Karnataka will go?
I think the BJP will not be able to hit the 25 mark figure that it did last time round. I think it will lose several seats there. The JDS, I see their coalition partner getting one or two. And the Congress, I see as definitely improving on its last time's tally. Of course, that's not very hard. They only had one seat last time, Bengaluru rural. But I do think they may achieve 9 or 10, maybe the double figures that they're confidently asserted. But I think it will be the BJP with a higher number of seats, but much considerably lower than what they got in 2019.
Interesting. Very brief, succinct. I think BJP will not sort of match their 2019 tally. Let's see how the day goes. Maya ma'am, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. I know you have a packed schedule, so we'll let you go now at the moment. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.